Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hey everybody. So today I was like, I don't know what I want to draw because I just finished doing a longer series and I was like, I just want to do something nice and easy, some one-off easy art. And my hair looks weird on the camera. Anyway, so I decided I'm just going to draw a favorite character of mine who is a NPC from one of the D&D campaigns that I DM for. So yeah, I'm just going to do that. You also get to see the chaotic process of me figuring out a pose and stuff. Because usually I'll do a sketch beforehand. In fact, I have a backup in case I decide I don't like this, which is the sketch I did yesterday. So if I don't end up liking what I'm drawing, I'm going to start working on rendering this sketch. But, because I like how it turned out. It's very cute. But, ideally, I will do this. I'll do the character art of one of my favorite guys in my campaign. Yeah, anyways, I should start doing that. I have to think of what pose I want to put him in because I genuinely only decided this is what I was gonna do like 2 minutes before I started the stream. I don't know. So yeah, here, let me scoot this over so the camera isn't blocking anything. Anyway, so another nice thing is I can talk about D&D. And it's always nice to have a good, easy thing to talk about. What I'm kind of thinking is just a nice simple pose today. So here's the thing. Again, my process is just chaos when I'm doing poses. It's very ugly at first. Because I scribble everything out first. And I mean scribble. So it's gonna be ugly for a minute and then it's gonna get better. I promise. And if it doesn't get better, that's what my backup project is for. Yeah, anyway. So, like I said, I tend to just scribble stuff out for the beginning. Also, sorry if you can hear my dog barking. My two dogs were wrestling right before I started stream, so I don't know if they are still doing that or not because I shut them out of my room. They also might come and try and bark at my door. We'll see. Okay. So, because what I'm kind of thinking, I actually think his shoulders need to be the other way. Kind of thinking for this one is just a simple arms crossed. But yeah, you get to see my little scribble figures that I do. They're very ugly. But you start to see kind of the shapes of things starting to pop out. Anyways, he's got the nice little curly horns because he's a tiefling. So add that. He's got his little hair going. Alright, this is how I start building my poses. Is scribbles. Okay. And then I will turn the opacity of the layer really, really far down and go on top of that and do a slightly less scribbly version. So essentially it's still relatively scribbly, this part, but it's a little more trying to get the shapes of things going. But yeah, this is the grand secret of my process, is I just do whatever shapes I like. Anyway, so the character that I'm drawing, as I said, he's a favorite NPC in one of the D&D campaigns that I run. He is essentially, he is a Tiefling cop, but specifically, he's basically like the police commissioner of this big city. And sort of the main story arc that I have my players in right now is that, actually I want this to go up, I think. Yeah, that's cuter. Anyways, the main story arc that I have for my characters right now is that while in the midst of helping him figure out some bad stuff that's been going on, a corrupt guy on like the council of the city has essentially framed him for some bad things. Giving a real specific description right now. Anyway, so he's been like framed for some stuff. And essentially, because he's in charge of all of the police force type things, he's the city official that framed him for some things is bringing in these other guards to replace his people, but they're actually part of a criminal organization that this guy once took down, and took down within the city, and had always kind of wondered if they had a presence elsewhere, but other things to do, got to keep his city safe, so he never like pursued it outside of that, and that's kind of coming to bite him in the butt a little bit, because now they're back, and not only are they kind of trying to take over some of the city government type things, they're also after him specifically. So yeah, that's my guy. But the other thing about him is my players have essentially adopted him as like their dad. Because they broke him out of holding and have been like helping him and stuff, but they're also, still dealing with their own crap. And he has been helpful, but like also is trying to like save the city and all that. And it's a whole deal, but he's very much like, I don't know. He's very straight-laced, and yet has a little bit of a silly side that comes out only like on occasion. Anyways, so yeah, here's my boy, my lovely tiefling boy. But yeah, so he's on this like mission to save all of the city, and my players are trying to help him, but he also finds them vaguely annoying. He's kind of attached to them. It's one of those like, I don't want to admit how much I like you, but I really like you kind of things. But yeah, so that's what he's got going on. But yeah, so got kind of a second layer of pose going on. It's a little more refined. And this is pretty much just what I do, is I kind of do this a couple times until I have like what I really want. And then I'll kind of layer clothes on top. But But yeah, he's definitely a favorite of mine. Oops. Definitely. See, and then here's where I'll start getting things more defined here, instead of just the scribbles. But yeah, I always start pose stuff with just this nasty scribbled figure. And then I turn it into this, essentially. And it's really fun because I feel like it makes it where I don't like overthink certain things that normally I would. Like, because if I try too hard to get things perfect right away, they're just going to be bad. But starting out with, here, hold on, with just this little ugly scribble guy, it's like, okay, I already have like a nice line of action. I can follow that, get things set where I want them, and then this one start defining some of it, and then this one is where he'll start coming together. And I'll still make tweaks and stuff, but it's definitely different than if I had tried to make it look sharp from the beginning. Here we go. Get that jaw. Sometimes I get a little caught up on noses because I just want them to look exactly how I picture, and then I take too much time on them. But yeah, that's gonna be a good nose, I say, and then I continue to work on the nose. It's just a part of who I am. I can't help it. The nose has to be good. Okay. Yeah, and I've been really working on my poses and stuff lately, and it's kind of funny because I've been really trying to like push things and make them really extreme. So when I was like picturing this, I was like, oh, I just want to do something really simple, and it's almost weird to do just this like regular stance. Because I haven't done that in a while. Yeah. It's really funny too because when they first met him, because again he's like this important guy in the city's like law enforcement system, and so my players were like, because they're criminals, like just straight up criminals. Oh, sorry, my dog is barking. They were like, we can't trust him. He's gonna arrest us and all of that. And now he's like, this is our dad. Come on, girl, you come on in. Okay. Anyways, now they're like, this is our cop dad. And I appreciate that. Oh, both dogs. Here is Doggo. What are you even looking at? Anyways, doggos are here. They got a... Here. Doggos. They gotta sniff at each other. I'm just realizing that Sasha is incredibly wet because she went out in the rain, and now she's on my bed, and my bed's gonna get wet. So that's fun for me. Anyway. Oh, my dogs. Oh my gosh, no, you have to see. She looks so awkward. Look at her. Look at her on the pillow. She's all, oh, never mind. She's all awkward. Anyway. Doggos. They were just playing a little bit ago, so it does not surprise me that Sasha is all wet, because a lot of times when they're playing, they'll go run outside so they have more room. But yeah, it's just what they do. Okay, hang on. Yeah, it's a good face. Sometimes with the other lines, it's like, I can't even tell until I take them away. Especially when I shift things like this. I feel like his head's been slowly turning further to the side as I've done this one. Okay. Anyway, so I love this character. He's very fun to play, or to like, yeah, to like play the interactions between the characters with him, because he's like, he's very serious, but he gets it's like he doesn't like, because right now he's essentially on the run, and so he really hates that he has to kind of let my players go out and do things while he just has to kind of like wait in hiding. And here, I'm gonna flip this. Yeah, he has to kind of just wait around in hiding right now, and it's driving him insane, because he wants to be like going out and helping with protecting the city and all that, and getting this getting the corrupt people out, you know, because it's a city that he has made safe until now. And yeah, it's a whole thing. So he just really, really hates having to be left behind while they're doing stuff. Oops, apparently I haven't saved this. Wait a second. Okay. Sorry, I had to make a file to save it. Yeah, okay. I think he's turning out pretty good. I don't feel like dealing with his hair right now. I'm gonna ignore that for a second. And we're gonna do muscles. The other thing that's really fun is because I love tieflings, I'm very basic like that. So I have several tieflings in Tiefling NPCs that my characters know and are relatively close to, including him. So, one of which is, like, he has his own history with this guy and with the criminal organization that they're trying to take down. And it's really funny to me because, like, they found out that these two knew each other somehow, right? And they go to, like, confront their friend, because they didn't really know this guy, which is Alosrin. So they didn't really know Alosrin super well yet. So they go to talk to their friend, and they're like, how do you know him? And, like, all this stuff. And he's incredibly avoidant. He doesn't like confrontation. He doesn't like people trying to find out his secrets and all of that. And so I just was like, you know what? He's the kind of guy that will avoid this conversation at all costs. And so I had him literally jump out the window and just leave. And my players were just like, what the heck? So that was super fun for me, because they're like, we're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to talk to him. And then he was just like, actually, no, goodbye. So that was fun. I really enjoy doing stuff like that. I think there's like a rhythm that people will get into with D&D where they're like, oh yeah, you know, you like whatever they adjust to, where they're like, okay, here's like the rules that we understand, and you know how people should work in this system of society or whatever. And I just like to be like, actually no, people can just do what they want. And that was one of those cases where they're like, all right, here's how, you know, like, because if somebody came to talk to me about this, like, I wouldn't like the conversation, but like I would be trapped, you know. I think they genuinely were like, we've essentially trapped him into this conversation. And it's like, no, because he does not care about like any form of rules. So if he can get out of the room, he can get out of the conversation. So he did. And then they just didn't ask him about it. And I was like, what? Because he came back like the next day. And they were like, okay, because my players sometimes are a little too nice. Which is like the opposite of most D&D campaigns where they just want to kill everybody. They were like, okay, so clearly this is like a sensitive thing. So we're just like not going to bring it up ever again because it upset him. I'm like, what? I would be more interested. I would push him more. But no, they figured it out eventually, but not because they asked him. They asked Alosrin. But it was cracking me up. They do this all the time where they're like, oh, we don't want to hurt these people's feelings. We're just not gonna deal with that. And it's so funny to me. They're so non-confrontational. I'll have like all these things planned out that'll get them into combat. They hardly ever end up in combat. They're always like, we're gonna try to talk this out, and they'll get just the best rolls to like calm people down. And I'm like, this is insane to me. I have never experienced any D&D party that was so good at avoiding combat. It's wild to me. But I definitely want to get them into some trouble soon. I constantly try to get them into trouble, and they're like, no, we're just not gonna fight. We don't want to. But yeah, so that's the thing. The nice thing is I get to do like a lot of cool story stuff with them that I feel like can be harder to get to with other players who just like want to do, like they just want to go out and like fight stuff. And like ideally I like the in-between, you know. I like when they want to fight things, but they also like will take time for story stuff and all of that. Hang on, it's not quite the right angle. He's kind of got a little bit of a twist going here. So there we go. I think that'll look better. Let me zoom out and see. Yeah, that's better. All right. Anyway, I'm just gonna cover all this up with clothes anyway, but you know, you gotta get the base down first. But yeah, so I really enjoy that campaign. It's just 2 players, which I think is part of the problem with some of the choices they make, is because normally, you know, you have like a party of like maybe like 4 to 6 people. I don't know. Let's just say that. And they'll kind of like workshop things. You know, they'll be like, okay, so I was thinking maybe we'll try such and such. And, you know, people would be like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea, but, like, what if instead of, you know, sneaking around the building, we try and distract somebody and go in through the like, you know, whatever. Like, you kind of bounce things around before you do stuff. But there's only 2 of them, and they think very similarly, which means when one of them is like, okay, here's an idea I have, the other one's just like, yeah, that's great. And so they'll just essentially almost always go for their first idea. And that's not always a great thing. And it's not because they're, like, dumb or bad players or anything. It's just that, like, they're like, they don't workshop things. His leg's kind of funky, actually. So, yeah. I mean, on the plus side, like, it's really nice that they don't argue over things either. Because I've had... No, I don't like that. It's too far in. I've had some campaigns where, like, I don't really argue over things, but there's a particular player who will talk over people, and I don't have a loud voice. Like, I can have a loud voice, but I don't usually. My normal talking voice, very chill. And so I'll get talked over all the time, and there are times where I'm like, hey, here's an idea. Like, I think this would be really good. It'll work, because whatever. Or, like, at one point, I remember something about, like, there was a language that my character spoke, and he's like, oh, yeah, so we need to, like, cast, you know, tongues so that we can understand, you know, these people, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I speak the language. And he's like, and anyway, so, because if we don't speak the language, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I speak the language. And it's, like, going off on this whole thing, and I'm like, I speak the language. So, stuff like that is very annoying to me. There was also, I had a character that had wings, and there was this whole thing where we had to go across this, like, chasm, and I cannot do proportions today. I'm just... Anyway, we had to go across this chasm, and again, my character has wings, and he just starts going off on this whole thing of, like, so, you know, maybe if we try, you know, such and such, like, we'll be able to carry over, like, some of our supplies, and then, you know, we can do, you know, because, like, I can create, like, he essentially wanted to make a bridge out of a tree, and I was like, that's insane, because I can fly over with a rope, and you guys can just go across, because, yeah, especially because, like, one of our other players was like, oh, I have, the reduced spell, so I can, you know, make people smaller, so, like, maybe we can carry them across easier or whatever. And I was like, cool, you reduce one of the people, and then my character can just fly you guys across one at a time if you guys don't want to do something with the rope or whatever. And the whole time, you know, our friend's, like, just going off on this whole, like, we're gonna make this whole bridge, we're gonna, like, cut down a tree, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just, like, staring at him, because I knew he wasn't gonna listen until he was done talking. So he finally finishes this whole long spiel of what his plan is. And I just look at him like, I can fly? And he's like, oh yeah, you can, huh? I was like, yeah, I can do that. I can fly people across. So it was good. It was very good. As much as ridiculous as he can be, he is a very fun person. That leg looks almost normal, so that's fine. It's whatever. This one is not meant to be some gorgeous masterpiece. Especially since I am just gonna cover it up with clothes. So yeah. Anyway. Oops. But yeah, that one was a good time. Where I'm just like, so anyway, I can fly. You know, this is really ugly lines that I'm doing today. I'm not doing my boy justice. Oh well. It's like my proportions are just not quite landing right. And I don't have the focus today to fix it, so I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do. You know, not all of my drawings have to be the best. Especially the ones I do on stream, because I have to talk the whole time and then focus is bad, which is also part of why I usually do the sketch part off stream. Is because nobody gets to see the bad. But I also feel like it's good to show it sometimes because, like, it's a interesting, you know, part of the process, and I think people enjoy seeing that. I just don't enjoy showing it because, like, so if I was doing this sketch off stream, I would probably take more time to make it, like, actually really good instead of just kind of whatever. But it's fine. I'm not gonna stress over it. I feel like stream art and not stream art are of different qualities in my brain. Anyway. I don't like that line. That one's better. Hang on. Nope. Nope. Trying to get a very specific angle here. It's like, yeah, alright. Here we go. We're getting there. Okay. I've also only recently been using this particular brush because I just wanted something that was a little rougher. I've been really liking it, so that's nice. Oops. Here. But I think sometimes that rough edge look is just really pleasant. I don't know what it is about it, but I enjoy it. Okay. Oh, I forgot I didn't do his hair. Ugh. It's biting me in the butt now. Okay, anyway. Hair and horns. Let's do it. Thing about horns is they're difficult. I'm actually gonna flip this because I think I'll have an easier time with it if I do. Because I think I'll be able to make these a little tighter. Yeah. Okay. Hang on. tighten that up too. Why are these so hard? Why are these so hard? I don't know. They just are. Okay. Okay, that's not terrible. That actually... Wait a second. The way I've done this doesn't make any sense. Because if that goes that way, and then... Okay, I gotta fix it. Hold on. We're erasing the whole thing. It's bad. I don't like it. Okay. This is all the time for me. Okay. Because what we need is... Nope. Don't like it. Do faster. Okay. Because this goes here. And then this would wrap around. Wait. Why can't my brain think in 3D today? So that comes around. Yeah, I don't have 3D brain today. I have 2D brain today. This would be in... Okay. Yeah. Maybe. This would be more in front of the point. Wait, that still doesn't... The heck? Alright, no. I don't know, man. Okay. Goes around. This would probably be tighter. I can do that. Actually, wait. I don't have it. I don't have the brain. Why don't I have the brain? Have I ever had the brain? That's the question. Okay, I think what I need is for it. I might have it. I might not, but we're gonna find out. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do like a rougher one really quick. What I need is I've been trying to tuck that part behind and it needs to go in front. So essentially it would be like this. Okay, yeah. All right. I have the general thought of it now. Okay. Fingers crossed that this will be a thing. Because this will be in front. And then you'll be able to see like a little bit of it kind of curling. And then this will still be in front. And then it comes like... Yeah, that's a horn, right? That's a swirly horn. It's just that it goes out so far. It's part of the problem right now. It should come like... Alright, I guess it looks fine like that. Maybe. Hang on. No, I don't like it when I flip it. But it's not a bad horn. What I think is bring it up a little, move it, and then I'm actually going to wrap it around even more so that it comes forward. Okay, let's see what this gets us. Do I like it? I don't know. I'm still on the edge. I do think that this would kind of come more this way. Because I like the swirly horns for him. I'm still kind of on the edge. The horns can really take a while if I get like this, where I'm just like, something's off. And other times it's like one and done. I just do it and I'm like, perfect, adorable. So, yeah. Like I said, it's like I have to have 3D brain. And if I don't have 3D brain, I can't do horns. Here we go. Let me flip it again. Okay. Here we go. The shape is good. Maybe. Sort of. Ish. I think I just want to bring it down in front of his ear a little bit. What if I actually squish? No, I don't like that. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's better. I'm not like totally sold on it, but I don't hate it either. So for what I'm doing today, that's fine. You get just his little bit of hair there. A little bit of hair there. Okay. I want it to be more down. Hang on. Hair is difficult sometimes. This ain't it. Okay, getting closer. Getting to something. Okay, not terrible. It's definitely not the best drawing I've done of him. Because he is just my favorite. Oof. Okay. Now I have to do a whole other horn. Yeah. Also still not loving the hair. No, we're getting rid of it. I'm going back button just a billion times. Okay. I gotta think about it. Gotta figure out why I don't like it. The problem is always the horns. They're always in the way of like what I would really want to do. Because I like having hair that like falls in front of the face and stuff. Or not in front, but like around. This one's tough, guys. Maybe. Yeah. Hang on, let me take this away. Yeah. That's not terrible. I'll allow it. Okay, now I gotta figure out how much of his horn you'd actually see on this side. Thing is, I feel like right where I have that would... How far forward is that? I gotta think. Again, I don't have 3D brain today. Nah, I like it better the other way. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna do a different layer. Oops. It helps to push any button that is correct. Do a different layer and then draw like where it would be. Be like here. And the second loop would be about there and then there. So I don't think a lot of it actually would would show. You can get like a little bit of this. Actually, that's too high up anyway. Hold on. This would go down around. Actually, because it comes around from the back. Yeah, okay, I figured it out, kinda ish. Just gonna do like a tiny. It's not like a perfect angle, but I feel like having it there is cuter than not having it there. Okay. Yeah. That's the boy. Alright. So now, boy needs some clothes. So I feel like he's a high collar kind of guy. Yeah. Maybe, not today because I won't have the time, but maybe I will do some of the other NPCs from this campaign on stream. But I will actually sketch them beforehand so that it's like good. Yeah. Have kind of straighter shoulders, I feel like. More. Anyways, I love this character, and I love that my players have decided he's their dad. That's endlessly funny to me. He's their game dad. Their D&D dad. I also think it's funny because I like originally intended to kind of play him differently, but just the way that my players have been is, I don't know, it's just, it's good to play him more in that, like, I really don't want to like these people, but I do kind of way. Whereas before, I think he was going to be more rigid and stern, and he still is, but it's like that stern that's like, you know, if you look at the right time, you're going to notice he's cracking a smile underneath, like, kind of thing. There we go. Yeah. I think that he's gonna be pretty good here. I don't want to do his legs because I know I drew his legs so bad that now I'm like, I don't want to draw clothes on his legs. I have no one to blame but myself. Alright, This is a good shirt, just already, you know, haven't added any, like, flourishes or anything, and I already really like it, but I gotta do his legs, and his legs are not good. Let me give him a belt. That's my go-to. Characters need belts. It just makes them look better. Most of the time. Why can't I draw at the right angle? Whew, having a struggle time today. Alright. Anyway. I cannot draw. The 3D brain has gone, and with it, all of my art ability. I no longer know how to art. Okay. Okay. Art. I can do it. I can do it. I promise. I promise I know how to art. Believe it or not. Probably not, but you know. I can do it. I'm good at this. Can you tell? Can you tell how excellent I am at this? Are my skills really shining through with these beautiful legs that definitely look proportional and correct? Alright, they could be worse. They could be worse. I gotta remind myself they could be worse. They look generally like legs, and sometimes that's all you can ask for. Actually, hold on. When the art isn't arting, you just gotta keep on. Okay. Okay. I gotta decide if I want to have tall shoes or not. I think, like, not, like, tall, but, like, maybe there. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Yeah. That's how pants go. That's pants. That's pants. I'm incredible. Best artist who ever lived. Clearly. Nothing better. Yeah. Listen, I know for a fact that most artists have days where the art is just not doing the thing. And it's the worst, actually. But the fact that I can have a kind of bad art time and it still looks not horrible, that's saying something, you know? Because it used to be that if I was having a bad art time, it was just ugly. It was just straight up ugly. And I could only do... Like, it used to be that something about this good was my best. So, the fact that I feel like I'm having a hard time and it's producing what used to be my best is probably actually good. So, I mean, on that level, like, that's nice. That's improvement. And his face is still really nice. I like his face. He's very cute. I don't hate this drawing. I just don't love it. And it's just sad because I've come off of a streak of stuff that I've just really been digging. So he's ruined my streak. My good art streak. Anyway. Let me get this about even. If anything in this is even remotely close to proportional. He's stylized. That's what I'll say. He's stylized, so it's fine, actually. It's fine. He's supposed to look like this. Totally. Definitely. No mistakes have happened in the course of this art. Never, ever have I ever made a mistake in my life. Clearly. Yeah. Not a single one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's something. I want to give it a little... Yeah. I love a good, like, thick sole in a shoe. It's my favorite. That's... Yeah, he's not terrible. I say to convince myself. I'm good at art. Yeah, that's mostly it. I feel like he's got a good foundation going. Yeah. So what I need to do now is zoom on in again and erase the things that would be covered up by the lines I have now. I really love a good, like, angular shoulder. It's honestly one of my favorite things to draw. I actually like a lot of angular stuff in general, like art-wise. I like when it gets a little shapy. So I was working on some other pieces recently that I've really liked, and in fact one of them was just supposed to be a practice drawing for poses, and so like I wasn't gonna go beyond just the sketch because I was just doing pose stuff. But then I liked it so much that I was like, okay, I need to turn this pose into a real piece. And it was like a really like extremely foreshortened character that was like punching. So you know, the fist's really big and everything kind of pulls into the background. And so I ended up doing I turned it into a fan art drawing for Critical Role of their character of Beauregard Lionette, who's a super cool monk. And I really love how it turned out. And it was just supposed to be just some pose practice. But I just really enjoyed it. So I did that one, which was really good. And then I also did another one that wasn't meant to be practice, but it was very, like very dynamic pose type thing, for also D&D. Apparently everything I've been drawing lately is D&D, and I'm just now realizing this. But it's supposed to be like a nice, like dynamic pose for, a character that I'm going to be playing in a campaign soon. Hopefully soon. I don't actually know. But I was like, oh yeah, like I want to really push the pose, because I've been trying to do that lately. That's been my thing, I say, as I work on this incredibly normal pose. But yeah, there we go. There he is. There's our guy. Yeah, he's not terrible. Yeah, he's fine. His leg's a little funny, but I'm ignoring that. I'm ignoring his funny leg. Anyways, so I was working on that, and I really appreciated how it turned out, and just here, I'm actually just gonna pull it up because I'm thinking about it. Where are you at? Maybe I'm not. The heck? Well, he's not in my recent, so I'm not gonna pull him up, but I will pull up Bo because she turned out so cute. Yeah, she's so cute. But yeah, so this was just gonna be a practice thing, and then I was like, no, I like this pose too much. I'm gonna do the full thing. And then I was like, what character should this be? Should it be just random? Should it be something of my own? Should it be fan art? And then I was like, you know what? This should be Bo about to punch a ghost, because she can do that. So that's what I did. Sorry, she heard something. I don't know what. Probably nothing. It's usually nothing. Yeah, anyway, so this one turned out really good, and then the other one I was talking about turned out really good. And they both are really, like, pushed poses and dynamic and stuff, and so I'm very happy with that. Happy with how they've turned out. Okay. I wonder if I will even get past sketch stuff today, because I still want to add some little details. Oops. There's like a little bit happening here. Hold on. That is the problem with how I do things. Sometimes it doesn't look right. Okay. sorry that my dog is barking. She's a lot. And she does not care that she's a lot. She loves to be a lot, actually. Okay. Details. Here we go. Actually, I want to fix his ear. I don't like it. It's just a little too messy for me. Hold on. Okay. Anyways, back to it. Yeah. I love to draw earrings. They're very fun. See, now I can think in 3D. Look at this thing. That's a regular hoop earring. Not a problem to it at all. 3D. I don't know what my issue was before. Probably the fact that it's a significantly more complex shape, but you know, whatever. Okay. Gonna put a little cap on this. Because I love a good horn with jewelry. It's good. And that's one thing with this character too, is like he wears a lot of jewelry. And so, like, it's a fun thing for me because he's like, his uniform is very like straight-laced, and then he's got all the jewelry that kind of counterbalances that, which is already a fun little character design thing in my opinion, to kind of show that more fun side, even though he's all uniformed up and everything. But he's, you know, he's trying to go sort of incognito at the moment, and it's driving him crazy because he can't put all his jewelry in because people will notice him. I don't like that end. I think I just want it to be a nice little point. Yeah, I like adding little character things that aren't necessarily important to the plot, but just show more of like who the character is and stuff. Yeah. Anyways, I think that the jewelry is a fun thing. Yeah. All right. And then I want to do some good old-fashioned shoulder doodads, whatever these are called. Don't ask me because I do not know. But I love a good shoulder thingy. They're good. They're good. They're so unnecessary, and I like them. One of my favorite, like, clothes design things, I don't know, just something I like to do, is I love little things that are entirely unnecessary. You know, so, like, I love the shoulder thingies for, like, more uniformy type stuff, because they're so unnecessary. And I love, like, again, on uniform type things, I love, like, the, like, cords or whatever, that you get on some stuff, because those are also, like, I don't understand the point of those at all, and yet it's like you look at them and you assume that there's some kind of, like, ceremonial thing to it, like, you know, a rank or an award or something, but you don't know what it is. It could just be some fancy little doodad for the sake of fancy little doodads, and I love that. It's my favorite, which obviously, in case you hadn't guessed that already, means we're going to be putting some unnecessary little cords on him, because I love them. I love unnecessary cords. They're so good. I love unnecessary straps too on stuff. My piece that I was talking about just a bit ago with my upcoming D&D character, it's basically all unnecessary straps all over that guy. And I love it. Another thing that I really love is when the straps are different lengths, but in a way that doesn't really make any sense. So yes, we're doing that too. We're doing the longer one goes under the shorter one, because I like it. I like it so much. I love just little unnecessary design things. They're good. They're very good. And we're gonna do this middle one. It's gonna go out like that, because this is just, it's what I like. I love me some stupid cords. My favorite design elements are the most unnecessary. It's good. I like it because it's like, you look at it and it's like, is that supposed to go in that order? Or does he just not know how to put this thing on? You don't know. But yeah, I love it. I love some just unnecessary doodads. Look at this nonsense. It's great. Beautiful. I love me some stupid cords. I also, what else do I love that I should throw in here? See, I was thinking about doing like the line here, but I don't know. I kind of like it just like boring. Nah, we'll give it the line. The little, although it's off because of his like twist that he's got going, so hold on. Nah. I think I'd like it better if he wasn't doing the twist thing. So I think I'm getting rid of it. What else do I want to do then? Do some little tiny swirlies because I can. This is the real reason that we're never gonna get past the line art. It's because I'm just gonna start adding things that I super don't need to. I don't like that one. I don't know. Originally I was thinking I wanted it to be the opposite, but I think I want it to be the same actually. That's ugly. That's still ugly. I'm not sure. Maybe it needs something in the middle. I don't know. I don't know about this one, guys. I keep going back and forth on him. Where I'm like, yeah, he's so cute. And where I'm like, is he though? But his face is good. I like his face. Gotta start adding some doodads. I just love doodads. This is where I'll get myself in trouble time-wise when I have like a specific time I need to be done with something. Cause I want to do the doodads. The little bitties. They're so cute and pointless. Oh, you know what? That's because it's on this layer. There we go. No, that one's on the other layer. There we go. Okay. We got some doodads. But do we have enough? That is truly the question. That's a good doodad. Yeah, I like that one. Maybe I'll do that same pattern on the belt because I liked it. I just truly love doing these little embellishments. There's little things that add a lot, in my opinion. I did that one weird, but it's fine. Yeah, that's cute. I'm gonna carry that through. We're going down to the boots. So the thing I do is if I find something that I really, really like, it's just gonna show up everywhere. Especially when it's like this one that's just really simple. Because then it's something I like and it's easy. And that is the best. Oh yeah, this little pattern's going to be showing up everywhere now. Just every bit of art that requires a specific pattern, it's going to be this. I'm enjoying how easy it is and how pleasant it is. Alright, that's pretty good. That's some good random stuff. We're also going to do this. Because I love a good stripey on the leg. Hold on. There we go. Stripey. That's a good leg stripey, if I do say so myself. He's still missing something though. I don't know what it is. What is it? Let me think. He's got lots of cute little doodads now, which I love. Hold on. Because let's see, here's our midline. Because he's got his little twist. So, yeah, okay. Oops. The heck? Why did it do that? My thing is being weird. It like merged the layers. Why though? Why'd you do that? Don't do that. I didn't tell you to. There we go. It does this every once in a while where the thing that it's set to will just do the wrong thing. So like right now it's showing that I have my little color grabber and it's not selected over here. And if I select it, it'll still be it. It's very annoying and I still don't see, and then I click, and suddenly the layers are merged. It does this. And I don't understand why it does this. It makes no sense, and I can never figure out what to do to fix it. Like, because if I try and, like, hit something else, like, I don't know, let's do, like, see, the select thing will work fine, but then if I hop back to this, it's this again, you know? This has been a struggle time today. Oh, look, it's normal. Why? I don't know. It just is now. I'm telling you. It just, I don't know what I did. I didn't push anything. I didn't change anything. It just was like, I'm just gonna be difficult now. Here, sorry, I need to adjust in my chair. Unfortunately, I have an old injury that has been acting up, and it makes sitting in the same position for a long time kind of bad. It just, it's fine though. It's not too bad. Okay. I think this is him. I think this is our boy. So now I can merge these two layers. Let's see, it's 3 o'clock. Trying to decide if I feel like I have time to go ahead and start doing the rendering. It's like, I shouldn't, because I have other things to do, but I kind of, I want to. I want to, though. Yeah, I want to. So, I'm just gonna shirk my responsibilities. Yeah. I think I like the other one better. Okay. Yeah. I think that's about the size of it. Question is, can I do fills on this? Hold on. Here's what I'm gonna do. Have it higher threshold. We're gonna go even higher. Hold on. Hold on. I wanna go fast. This is... that's probably too much. It's not too much. Ah! Now it is. Okay, hold on. Because I want it to go faster. Ah! I found my too much. Hold on. 80? 80's too much. 75's too much. 70's too much. Alright, apparently I shouldn't have increased it at all. 65? Oops. Okay. That's what we're going with right now. And you know what? After all of that, I think I'm actually still gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Because I like it better. Yeah, so no fills. Because I have a problem. I love to make my life harder by coloring things in by hand. I just enjoy it. It's good. It's like doing a coloring book. I'm just gonna continue to ignore the fact that his leg is bad. We're not paying attention to that. Leg's fine. No mistakes were made in the leg. Totally fine and normal. That's how legs look. Completely 100% how legs look. I'm also noticing a problem with my lines. Apparently there was somewhere else Oh, no, that's not a problem. That's my stripey. Yeah. Just ignore everything I just said. Except for the part about this leg being perfect. It is. No flaws. 0. So one thing I like to do is color it all in a solid color first. I just think it's good. It's good to do. You have like a distinct thing to work with at that point. It's like you can fully see like the silhouette of your character and know how it's going. Which in this case is fine, except it has a weird leg. But we're not gonna pay attention to that. Leg is fine. Leg is fine. Let's see. Anyways, I do truly love this character. And if given an endless amount of time, would end up drawing something very elaborate if the few doodads I did today were not enough to indicate my love of adding dumb things. But he could very easily be a character that I go full fashion mode on if I had time. So who knows, maybe I will do a good fashion Alosrin at some point. I love a good fashion art. We just get basic Alosrin. He's a good guy. He's just generally exasperated at the world, which, I mean, same. That's probably why I like playing him so much. Alosrin's just me, but a cop. No, he's cooler than me by a lot. Most of my characters are cooler than me. It's just something I'll have to live with. The other character I thought about doing today was from a different campaign that I'm doing. I have a NPC that is the brother of one of my player characters, and I really like him. I love playing as him, and the players have essentially come up with an excuse to keep him around because they also like him, which makes me feel good about how I've been portraying him. And so he just keeps growing on me more and more. Because at first I was like, oh yeah, that's like fine. You can have, a sibling, whatever. And I was like, maybe we'll have to play them. I don't know. And then they were like, oh, let's go to your, hometown and everything. And they met him and they were like, oh my gosh, I love this man. So now they've recruited him. And that means I get to keep playing him, which is so fun. He's a rogue who, he's also a little bit of like a character that doesn't really, like, aside from his sister, he doesn't really want to admit that he cares, like, about anyone. So he's done some things to, like, help other members of the party, but, like, he'll say things like, well, I didn't do it for you, and, stuff like that, because he's just, he's there for his sister only. But it's very clear that he likes the other characters. He just would never say so. But essentially they took him with them to this city where, they've gotten involved in, like, some typical D&D shenanigans. They have to lift a curse. It's a whole thing. But he just sort of vanished the second they got to the city. But he's like a rogue, and so everyone's like, oh, yeah, that's fine. And I've just had him pop in every once in a while to, like, help out and stuff. And one thing that the players have not discovered yet, even though I occasionally will just tell the one playing his sister to roll to see if she finds it, is that he has a magic coin that he's put on his sister's person, in her gear and stuff, that allows him to hear everything that, like, is around her. And so that's the reason why he keeps showing up at, like, important, like, moments, like when they're in danger and stuff, is because he literally heard that they were in danger. And so it's pretty funny because they're like, I don't know how he does it or whatever. He's just, like, got really good timing. And it's like, no, he listens, and he's generally in the area now. So he's, like, never more than, like, 10 minutes away from them. And I'll literally roll a d10 when I want him to have, like, when something happens that would make him want to show up, I'll roll a d10 to see how many minutes it takes him to get there. And if I feel like he's further away, I'll, roll bigger die. But let me see. Actually think that this, oops. But yeah, so he's really fun. And he's a air genasi, which is also fun. Anyway, I love some of the weirder D&D races, such as my little tiefling here. Yeah, I think this is maybe all I'm going to be doing today. It's just, we have our base outline of him. I'm going to throw away these real quick. And hang on. I'm going to do just a sort of gray-purple color real quick. Why did I pick gray-purple? I can't see gray-purple. This is a dumb choice for a colorblind person. Anyway, I'll do that and just, like, do what will be the background thing. But yeah, that's him so far. That's it. We have little red boy. Yeah. I also want to, whether on stream, I cannot talk today, or off stream, I want to draw some of the other tieflings in the group. in the party even though they're NPCs, because in this one I only have 2 players, so if I want them to fight like big things, I kind of have to pad the party a little bit, which they love because they like fighting big things when they do fight, which is like never. But it's the whole thing, and so I have like basically a little tiefling squad that they're friends with. They have a brother and a sister, which one of them is the one that knew Alosrin when Alosrin was like in his like 20s and he was a kid, and then the other one is that one's sister, so he knows all the tieflings, and then now my players are friends with all of them, and it's just very funny because I didn't mean for them to get attached to all of these tieflings. In fact, the original 2, the brother and the sister, I intended to have them be around for like a few sessions, and they've just held on to them. They're like, yeah, we're best friends, right? Yeah, okay. And then I had already created this character along with the other members of like essentially there's a council that rules this city, and his role is in charge of like law enforcement and military and stuff. And so I'd already created this whole council, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make this one a tiefling because they're all different fantasy races. And so I didn't mean for them to get attached to 3 tieflings in the same campaign when they've been in like a single city, and the city is not mostly tieflings, but they find them. They find the tieflings and they befriend them. And it's my own fault. I make them too good. Including Alosrin, who, again, they've decided is their cop dad. Which, he kind of is. So, good on them. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed the stream, and that's going to be it for today. I may or may not finish this on stream or off stream. I may or may not do more D&D characters. I don't know. I'm kind of in like the weird in between because I just finished a series of Drawfee fan art, and then I haven't really decided like what I want to do next. So I might do a few just random characters while I'm deciding that, or I might go ahead and start something. I don't know. But yeah, that's that. So thank you for watching, and hope that you'll be back. Bye.